vanilla cream sauce. So I have here, we've got milk. To that, I'm gonna add golden brown sugar. I want a pinch of salt. Not too much, just to pull out the flavors in there. I've got pure vanilla extract. I've got an egg. And the stove is off at the moment, in case you're wondering. I'm just gonna hit that a little breaky break, hit them a little stir. We need just a tiny pinch of cinnamon, so I'm just gonna put that here, drop that in. And to help thicken it up, we need some all-purpose flour. Yeah? Just gonna hit that mix, like so. Because it's important at this point to cook out that flour, but also to whisk it to make sure it's nice and smooth. The other thing we're gonna add in there, and this is all gonna break down further once we turn the heat on, which I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna bring it up to a boil and I'm gonna keep whisking it for about 10 minutes or so. Actually, I'm gonna bring it up to a boil, reduce it to a simmer, and that's when we're gonna cook out this and make it that lovely velvety vanilla cream sauce. If you want to add pure vanilla, you know, you scrape the vanilla pod in here. Uncle Chris, yo man, I have so much thing in this place. I don't even know where I keep it half the time. And because I don't bake too often, I don't make sauces like this too often, yeah, it doesn't really, it disappears on me. I wish I could find it. If I could find it, I would scrape a vanilla pod rather than the vanilla extract. But small thing, small thing. See, the butter has broken down. It's trying to get nice and smooth, and the whole idea here now is to bring all those flavors together. And at the same time, we need to make sure that flour is cooked all the way through so we don't get that rawness in the sauce. There's the thing, if you wanted to add a little bit of rum in here, a nice dark rum would be delightful in here. But we're keeping this one sort of everybody friendly, you know what I mean? They're trying to give them a little turn. I mean, they say the alcohol will burn off, but people still have the idea that since alcohol went in it, we're not giving it to our children. And it's full with sugar too, so diabetics, hold off. Stop the video, go and do something else, or find some sort of sweetener that you typically use in baking, and you can, you know, rock the recipe too. But the whole idea here now is to give this about, spend about 3.5 minutes. In total, I'll give it about 10 minutes or so, and then we'll check the sort of consistency of it. See, it's still pretty runny. We want it to be a little bit thicker than that. Keep it in mind, when it cools down, it will thicken further. Yeah? But it's important, and you notice what's happening on the edges. It's going to start thickening up where the flame source is more stronger. And it's really important that you keep stirring it. You notice it's going that nice thick consistency. If we don't stir it, I'm going to turn off my heat because I don't want the residual heat to further thicken this anymore. Now just quickly, I'll show you the sort of consistency that we got here. Nice and smooth, very velvety. And you notice the back of the spoon here. We can, oh boy, can make ice cream with that boy. That thing is proper. Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. You know, with your bread pudding and all kind of thing like that. I know all that came here from the last video, the previous video, where I did the rum fruitcake / bread pudding with the panettone and the leftover rum soaked fruits that you had from Christmas. This is the perfect topping for it. Anyhow, give it a try. It's real nice. Allow it to cool down.